In his young life, he has already conquered TV, film, and music.
Just getting ready for this little interview that we're going to do. We've had so much fun with 15-year-old Jet Jurgensmeyer. He's also on Fox's Last Man Standing. Ladies and gentlemen, the phenom Jet. Jet is a great name.
Thank you.
Are you happy that your parents gave you that name?
I am.
Why?
I am. Well, I like to think that I'm fast because of the name.
You are
I like
fast.
to think I'm fast.
You are fast.
And my dad was a pilot, so my mom.
So there it goes.
There
That
you
makes
go.
sense.
You gotta.
Okay, so here's what I want to know. You're
All right.
15 years old, and how do you get into, because you were Spanky in the Little Rascals,
Yes,
you were
ma'am.
on Last Man Standing, you have a music career, like, where does all that come from?
Honestly, being born in Nashville, Tennessee, I mean, you're raised around music your whole life. You're bound to be involved in it in some way. So when I was 3, my parents owned a bar restaurant in Nashville called the Nashville Palace, and I'd stand next to the stage with my little guitar wanting to get on, and they'd let me on, I'd sing and I'd tell jokes. I was 3. And when I turned 4, we're friends with the Mandrell family. They're very close friends of ours, and Mary Mandrell, she said to my parents, you know, why don't you try acting with him? Never looked back. Now we're out here.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, what were your earliest songs that you would do on stage?
Oh, goodness. I'd sing Jesus Loves Me. It was a Bible song. I'd sing it on our dinner show. And
Can you sing it now? Do you have it? Can you do it a cappella real quick?
Goodness, I'd have to think about it.
Jesus.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.
That's right.
That's
That's
it.
right.
That's
Gotta
the
think
one.
about it
No,
first.
yeah,
See
I
how the
remember.
There you
text
go,
works?
you remember it.
This is how the text
That was-
works.
That was
a good
That
text,
was one of
Carlos.
the first songs that I ever truly sang on stage, and then like George Strait, Fireman, the song. Well, they call me the Fireman.
Yeah.
That's my name.
But you've got that. You've got that soulful country voice.
Thank you.
That I think comes from a real place, and a lot of country stars that are out there today really talk about authenticity. You've got it in spades.
I mean, Nashville, Tennessee, you're
Yeah.
home of country music.
You have to, right? Okay, so what is the goal? I always like to ask, especially because we meet a lot of young people like you who are, you know, triple threats, quadruple threats. You know, they can sing, they can dance, they can act, they can do everything. But at some point, do you think you're going to have to choose, or are you going to just go all ways and see which works?
I want to go all ways. That's been the plan. I want to continue doing my music as well as acting. I really like the behind the scenes when it comes to the acting side of things. So I really like directing and producing and writing. And
You're a triple quadruple threat.
Yeah.
There you
You've
go.
got it all.
Yeah.
Look at this album of Jet Jurgensmeyer. He's got a new single on there called Parachute, and you recorded this in Nashville.
Yes, sir, the whole album.
with a whole bunch of real top pros. So
Yes, sir,
this is
professional
an amazing,
musicians,
This is an amazing collection of songs.
yes, sir. I'm really proud of it. As well as the song I wrote on there, Say Goodbye, with my good friend Olivia McKenna. We actually did it over FaceTime. In just an hour or 2, we wrote the whole song.
That's a story you wouldn't hear 20 years ago.
No.
Honestly.
A 14-year-old at the time, right? Were you 14?
I was 14.
Wrote a song over FaceTime.
Yeah, Willie and Waylon are not doing that over
not
FaceTime.
doing that.
Probably not.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, so the new music. I know you said the music video's coming out.
Music video's out, yes, ma'am.
That's
So,
awesome.
Really excited about it. It was really cool. We filmed it with the Riker brothers. They filmed all my music videos. They just did a phenomenal job. We went to this amazing ranch and filmed some really cool stuff.
That's awesome.
So who in the world of music would you like to do some work with?
Oh goodness, I love this
Because
question.
now here, okay, and your voice has already changed, right? So
A little bit. I'm getting there. I'm
Okay.
not to that point yet. I'm still small for my age.
all right. So who would you like to do some music with?
You know, I've always been a big fan of like Ed Sheeran and Shawn Mendes. They're really cool. I actually got to meet Ed Sheeran in Nashville at one of his concerts. That was really cool.
He's a nice guy.
He's
isn't
a
he?
very
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
person. My good friend Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
She's like an older sister to me, so hopefully I could pull some strings there, maybe in the future.
What do your Nashville friends? I mean, Nashville's kind of a celebrity haven these days, but. You know, what do your Nashville friends, the friends you grew up with, the friends you went to school with, say about you when they see you on TV and they see you in movies and they see, like, you know, albums?
First of all, I've been homeschooled my whole life.
You have?
But I do have some friends that I've grown up with, and they're all very supportive of me. I actually got to see one of my first ever best friends from when I was like 4 or 5. I got to see him for the first time in like 2 years the other day,
Oh,
a couple
that's
weeks
awesome.
ago. So that
and
was
he was
pretty
so
cool.
and he was so happy.
He was
for
happy
you.
to see me. I was happy to see him. I was actually performing on stage when he walked in, and I was like, trying to get through the song. and I was wanting to get off stage so I could go see him because I hadn't seen him in so long.
That's awesome.
But they've all been really, really supportive of me.
So I'm trying to think now what's next for you. What is immediately next? You've got this album. You're working hard. What do you think is the next phase of Jet?
I'm writing a lot more of my music now. So I've had a few writing sessions with some very professional writers, and it's so interesting to go from FaceTime and just me, myself, and I to writing with a room full of writers who've been doing this as a job for the past 30 years. It's a big difference.
I was going to say, that's an interesting room.
I predict big things for you, and I'm sure
Thank
your parents are, thank goodness they've done a great job, and you're going to be hugely
all right.
successful. We're going to look back at this interview like I do with Taylor Swift.
I know. We're going to say, we knew Jet back in the day. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And of course, we're going to watch you on Last Man Standing.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Continued success.